Are you in the market for some new workout headphones? These might be exactly what you need. These are the new Endurance Peak 3 headphones from JBL, and today we're going to be checking them out and seeing how they sound, how they are to use day to day, the good and the bad, and also if I think you should buy them. All that's soon to come, but if you guys could please like and subscribe, that would really help me out as a small creator. Trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers, and every single one helps. So if you could do that, that'd be awesome. And with all that out of the way, let's get into this. Okay, so right off the bat, let's get into the important part. How do they sound? And quite frankly, I think they sound really good actually. A lot better than most of JBL's other wireless in-ear headphones that I've tried out over the years. They actually have a great deal of dynamic range, and there's great instrument separation as well. You really can hear the track. They do suffer a little bit in that at least I couldn't get the ear tips to fit correctly into my ears necessarily all the way, so there was a little bit of sound leakage from like outside sounds, especially if you're in a gym or something. You can definitely hear what's going on around you. But it's not terrible, and they don't have active noise cancellation, so I wasn't expecting anything crazy. Just thought I'd put that out there. And they do have other ear tip sizes, so maybe you can find an ear tip size that fits perfectly for you. I just didn't have that great of an experience with that. But overall, I definitely don't want to discount. They sound way better than most of JBL's other stuff, and they fit in your ears really well. So I can't knock it at all. They also have a built-in microphone system, so if you get a call, you can take it on your headphones. So I'm going to go right now and test that out for you guys. Testing, testing, testing. This is a test of the JBL Endurance Peak 3 headphones. I'm just going to say some stuff here so you guys get a better idea of what they sound like. But overall, definitely usable, I think. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, should be good for most uses. Okay, so now with that out of the way, let's get into some other parts. How are they to actually use? Let's start with the good. Okay, they are very lightweight. They are very comfortable, and putting them on your ears, as long as you get used to it, definitely doesn't take that too long. They stay in your ears really well, and they are just very comfortable to use. As I said before, it can kind of depend on your ears a little bit, so depending on how they're shaped, they may or may not fit well with the predetermined ear tip sizes, but realistically, you're going to get a pretty good experience no matter what, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. They're also built really well, I think. So they have an IPX68 certification, so they are waterproof. I've taken them in the sauna, they work perfectly fine for me, but other than that, I think that's pretty much as good of an experience as I can get. I'm not going to dunk them in water or something because they're just not rated for that. But I think overall, if you want something to work out with and you're not going to have to be worried about like sweat getting into them and breaking them, I think that they work perfectly fine. They also feel very sturdy, and like the entire thing is like kind of a rubberized shell, and I wouldn't be too concerned in any way that they would break due to like normal usage. And as well, I've used JBL products for a number of years at this point, and I have never had an experience where they actually just broke. I've also given some to my friends, and they haven't had any bad experiences either, so I really wouldn't be too concerned about that. Continuing on with usability, they actually have buttons that you can reprogram on both sides. So there's one on the left and one on the right. However, they're not physical buttons. They are more like touch sensors, kind of like on the original AirPods, but as long as you learn where the touch sensing pad is, you would have no issue at all. It's actually kind of texturized because it's where the JBL logo is, so you get pretty used to it. You can just tap it. It's like, I think you can reset it, but by default, the left one changes between ambient aware and on and off, and the right one tends to just do like play, pause, skip like normal headphones. Continuing on with setup, it actually doesn't take that long to set up. Once you get them, you just kind of take them out of the box, stick them in the AirPod, like charging case, and then take them out. That turns them on and turns them into pairing mode, and it takes like 10 seconds to pair. Really fast. All of JBL's stuff is done really well with this. It's kind of where I see them doing a lot better than some of their competition. It's just such a fast and easy experience, and it like if you have the app, it auto links with that too. It like, you don't have to set it up or anything. So definitely an awesome experience there. As for battery life, the headphones themselves have about 10 hours, and I mean, from my experience, I've never like run them nonstop for 10 hours because I just don't ever have a need to like run headphones that long. But I definitely wouldn't question that, and I've been able to use the charging case and use it for at least like a week or two. So I haven't quoted exactly, like tested that fully, but I definitely wouldn't question it. And with how big the charging case is, I wouldn't question it either. That does bring me on to some of the bad points though. The charging case has a ton of charge, but on the downside it is also massive. So I don't know if it comes across on camera how big this thing is, but it is chunky. Like if you put this in your pocket, this is your entire pocket. Because it's not only like kind of wide, tall, but it's also thick. So it kind of creates a big bulge, and especially if you're wearing like normal jeans or something, you're definitely going to have a weird experience there.
this is definitely my like least favorite part. I understand due to like the size of the headphones that they had to create it like in the like this way and this way, but the thickness, I guess they had to fit the battery in there somewhere, but it really just makes it so much unusable. It takes it from something that you could just kind of carry around day to day to you have to, if you're going to use them, you're going to bring it. There's no reason for you to just have these chilling in your pockets. Another thing is, this is kind of more of a premium feature, so I'm not surprised they don't have these, but they do not pause when you take them out of your ear. So it does, like, you have to actually manually pause it, and it's just a quality of life thing. But if they could have put that in there, that would have been awesome. I know they have the technology, but these are like $100 headphones. I think that just adding that in would not have been a huge change or cost. So maybe something that they could add in the future. And getting on to the last thing that I think they could do better at, I really think they could do better at ambient aware or talk through or like those two services they offer, because quite frankly, they're terrible. And if you turn them on, it's kind of like putting your ear to a seashell. You just hear the shh just the entire time. And you do hear other people talking to you and stuff like that. So they do technically work as intended, but it's not nearly as elegant as like Apple's solution, for instance, where it blends in seamlessly with the background noise, and you just feel like you have open-ish ear headphones on, while these just sounds like you can tell what's happening. It doesn't seamlessly blend in any way. And you can adjust it, so maybe you could have some luck with that depending on how sensitive your ears are. But I quite frankly, I don't use the feature a ton. So I would have rather them, I mean, I'm glad they left it in, I guess. I just feel like they could do better to either improve it or maybe try to sell it as less of a selling point, because it's just not very good, quite frankly. That's pretty much all the downsides I have though, and none of them I think are that big of a deal breaker. So that kind of brings us into the conclusion. So should you buy these? I think that it depends on who you are. If you're looking for workout headphones, I think that they're a great option. I used to have some Powerbeat 3s from Beats, and they used to go over like the over-ear ones, and they had a cord between them, but otherwise these are very similar shaped headphones, and I like those, and I like using these. They're not too bad, and especially if you go running or something like that, I can definitely see why you'd want to have these over-ear arched ones instead of just normally in your earbuds, because these definitely stay in a lot better. That is the pretty much like go-to shape. So if that's what you're looking for, I think these are a great option. They're not too expensive, and I think that the quality you get for them is definitely worth the money you pay. But I think if all you're looking for is getting some earbuds that kind of go into your ears and let you listen to music as you walk around, you could probably look elsewhere and get a pair of headphones that have a slightly smaller case and are slightly more ergonomic. Overall though, these are a great option for what they are, and I think that if you pick them up, you're definitely not going to be disappointed. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot. If you guys could like and subscribe, as always, that'd be awesome. Small creator, just trying to make 2,000 subscribers. So if you do that, that'd be awesome. But with all that out of the way, thank you so much for watching. See you guys.